Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about why is Samuel Benta banned from Power Morphicon, but Austin St. John is not. So, I find it really odd, and I mean extremely odd, that one person is banned for an alleged crime and the other person is not, who actually committed a crime. So, in case you just don't know or have forgotten about this, back in 2007, Samuel Benta, who was the Black Operation Overdrive Power Ranger, he was accused of taking a banner that was signed by tons of former Power Ranger actors and stuff, and it was supposed to be given to charity for thousands of dollars. And the banner went missing, and he was accused of taking it, and he denied it or something like that at first. But then, of course, video footage surfaced, and it is what it is. Now, 13 years later, he explained that he never stole it. He took it to he did take the banner to I forget what. I think to get it signed by somebody. So he said he put it in like a room, and then when he came back, it was like gone or something like that. Okay. Anyways, so because of that, he got banned pretty much for life from Power Morphicon. And honestly, I don't even know if he's been banned from other conventions as well. I'm not sure about those, but I do know he is banned from Power Morphicon. And so, Austin St. John, whose real name is Jason Geiger, which, wow, I didn't even know that. Anyways, what was it? I think last year in April, he got arrested for money fraud, stealing millions of dollars from the U.S. government in COVID, I think like relief packets or something like that. I think it's like for I think those packets were for people who had like a business and like their business ended because of COVID and they lost millions and many people struggled, this and that. And he got involved in that with tons of other people. Of course, he denied it and stuff like that. But just recently, back in May of this year, he pled guilty to take a plea bargain and everything. And ever since he got arrested from that, he's been going to tons of conventions, like non-stop. And in fact, he went to this year's Power Morphicon. He was labeled as a special guest and everything. And I'm just kind of like, hold up, there's a huge double standard right here. You got a man who was accused for stealing a banner that was supposed to go to charity, but then you have an actual criminal who actually stole money. You got to make it make sense. And right now, this don't make no sense. Now, when it comes to Samuel, I don't have no personal issues with him other than that whole banner situation thing, because he's never, done anything to piss anybody off that I know of. He has that kind of cocky mentality of like, oh, look at me, I'm a pretty boy type thing. But other than that, he's never really done anything, I don't think, that's ever done anything like terrible. However, when it comes to that whole banner situation, like I said a long time ago, I personally don't believe what he says. Like, maybe, just maybe it's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he really did take it so it wouldn't get damaged. And when he came back, maybe somebody took it. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when you see the video, and I don't know where the video is now. I think it got deleted. Maybe SA probably still has it. I don't know. He kind of does that kind of look around type thing to see if anybody's looking, and he just kind of gently walks off with it and everything. And there were tons of people there that could confirm if he truly stole it or not, and they should have freaking video camera outside and inside the building. I don't know if they do or not. Maybe they do, and maybe they saw something, and maybe they just don't want to say. But I would think at a convention with tons of celebrities and everything, and you want to make sure they're safe, you would assume there would be security cameras outside and inside the building. So if there were and they saw something, then whatever alibi he has just doesn't hold up. And I've said it before, like, why would it take you 13 years to tell your side of the story? I'm sorry, but that's too long of a time. If you accuse me of something, I'm gonna tell you right then and there if I did it or not. I ain't gonna wait 13 years to make a video, like, story about what really happened on your side of events. Like, that's just kind of odd. But like I said before, I don't know if he really did not. I kind of think he probably did. If there was alcohol involved, that's what I'm saying, then most likely he probably did. But either way, we will never know the real answer, and nobody's gonna confess that they took it. So who knows? You know what I'm saying? But either way, even though it was wrong for that banner to go missing, that was for charity and supposed to, bring in thousands of dollars and stuff like that. Even though that was wrong, I mean, it's been over 13 years. Like, what is it, like 16 years now? I think his prison sentence should be up and he should be allowed to return to conventions and power morphicon. If you gotta get extra security, get extra security. If you have to keep an eye on him, keep an eye on him. If you have to keep alcohol away from him, keep alcohol away from him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you have security cameras and make sure nothing like that ever happens again. But it's been a long time and he should be forgiven by now. But now you have the other side of the story. You have Austin St. John, who is problematic and has been for so many years because of tons of rumors. Like, that money that was from the government for COVID relief and stuff was supposed to go to small businesses that lost their business and, lost all their money, and some people lost their homes. I remember hearing about stories like that on the news. It was sad and it was tragic. People lost their business. People lost their homes. People lost their life savings. They had to struggle. They had kids. That food is supposed to go to help that family. So to steal that because you are money hungry and everything is just low down. And yes, I truly believe he really did steal that money because everybody knows this dude is money hungry. He was on Power Rangers playback and he literally said he left Power Rangers because they didn't pay him enough and he only came back because they paid him more money. Then there is the mysterious video of his that has disappeared. A long time ago, there was a video with him in it, and it said something, I can't remember the title. It was something about your finances and COVID or something like that. I don't know what the video was about. I never watched it, but then he got arrested, and I was going to watch the video because I was curious to see what exactly he said that could tie him to this money laundering thing. But the video went private and everything. Then when he got bailed out of jail, all of a sudden the video completely disappeared. It was deleted. So that looks highly suspicious and whatnot. But other than that, he is somewhat problematic. He is one of those people has had slipped down that Red Ranger, Power Ranger, toxic hole and everything. There's been so many rumors of him overpricing at conventions for any old thing. His attitude. There have been so many rumors that, he's racist. I still can't find no proof of him being racist. And plus, what's his name? The Red Ranger from Beast Morphers, the black dude, he literally said that Austin stood up for him in that nightclub because over in New Zealand, surprise, surprise, they are racist over in New Zealand. And a lot of people don't like black folks over in New Zealand. And when the black dude was in the club, he kept getting stared down really angrily. And he literally said that Austin walked over to that dude and asked that dude, look, man, I see you staring down like my co-star. Are we going to have a problem here? So I still can't find no evidence of him being racist and everything. So that's just up in the air. It's probably just a disgruntled fan who doesn't like him and probably just said that. However, there are other problematic things that come with him. like the whole Hitler quote thing. He literally wanted to make a shirt with Hitler quotes on there and other quotes from people because he said he wanted quotes from like great people and even bad people. And he even said that, Hitler was a terrible dude, but he had some great one-liners. What kind of good one-liners did Hitler have? What was it, committing genocide throughout the Jewish community when it was taking over the world and everything? I mean, what the world? Like, this dude has problems in his head, and like it's not even so much that. That Andrew guy from like Megaforce, when he decided he was gonna show the whole world, hey, I'm homophobic and everything, and started lying here and there. Andrew reposted a video from Candace Owens. Now, Candace Owens is one of the biggest bigots in the world, and she constantly lies. She is a disgusting, hateful woman. But Andrew re-uploaded her video. What this guy do with Austin? When you look at the video and the likes, Austin is one of the people who liked the video. Now, that was a picture that was surfacing around. I don't know if it was real or if it was photoshopped or what. And I'm not even going to go on Andrew's page to like verify it because I hate that dude now. And so like, but if it is true and everything, then that is just disgusting that he would like a video talking about whatever it is she talks about. And she talks about some of the most hateful things ever. But this whole money thing, and it's like I said before, if you take a plea deal, there's one or two reasons why you do that. Either because you are guilty and you don't want to go to jail and, and stuff like that. Or your lawyer will literally tell you, hey, look, you can keep fighting this in court, but it's going to be a lengthy battle. It's going to cost lots of money. And this could go on for months, if not years. And you can literally be sitting in jail until, like, you clear your innocence. So that's why some lawyers have people plead guilty. So it's one of those two reasons, but either way, he took the money and everything. And the moment that happened, he was still allowed to go to conventions and make money off fans. And he's allowed to go to Power Morphicon. Like, that is the biggest double standard I've ever seen. The only thing he's not allowed to do is leave the country because he wasn't allowed to do what was it, Once and Always it was called and stuff like that. And so like I just find it odd. Like, why is he allowed to go but the other dude isn't? So there's a couple of reasons and stuff. And so it has to do with one of two things, either popularity or simply just race. And so the whole race card thing, you know how it is in society, and if you don't, then you need to learn, especially when there's Black Lives Matter movements and like black people getting shot by white folks. Basically, it's like this. A black person is 9 times more likely to get shot by a cop than any other race. A black person is 9 times more likely to get accused of a crime, even if a white person or another race has committed it. That is the norm in America and probably around the world, but mostly just America because I live in America, so I know that for a fact. And so it's a huge concern, a huge issue. Because I remember I read an article, this happened last year. There was a huge car wreck, right? And 2 people were involved, a black man and a white woman. The black man died from the injuries sustained in the car crash. When the cops got there on the scene, for whatever reason, they automatically assumed that it was the black guy who caused this car crash. And that's what they put on the news. However, when they did further like investigation, it turns out it was the white girl who caused the accident because she was driving in the wrong lane. But yet they first blamed the black dude because that's what people do. They always want to blame the black person. So when Samuel got like accused of this thing and what happened, he got like banned and everything. And Austin did not. Now, Austin is a mixture of races, but he's like white. He has some ancestry of Japanese, I think a little bit of Hispanic, maybe a little Italian, something like that. And so, but when you look at him, he looks like a straight up white dude and everything. Now, race could play a factor in this, but I don't know if it is or not. Like, I truly just don't know. Because, like, I don't know. I just don't think race played a factor in this, because you gotta stop and think about popularity. Samuel is from Operation Overdrive. Austin is from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Austin was the very first Red Ranger. He also went on to be the Gold Ranger, but he's only been in Power Rangers for 2 whole seasons when you do the math. Samuel, on the other hand, has only been in 1 season of Power Rangers, and he was the Black Ranger. And Operation Overdrive is one of the most hated seasons in the fandom, whereas Mighty Morphin is pretty much the greatest of all time, most people think of. And it's the one that's always getting promoted. It's the most recognizable. I personally like Operation Overdrive. I don't hate it whatsoever. It is cringe at times, but whatever. So when you stop and you think about this, like, who are you most likely going to have? The person who's going to be a bigger draw and bring in more fans, or a person who was on a season that was hated and you kind of forget about his character and everything? So most likely you're going to go with the biggest draw, you know what I'm saying? And that would be Austin. Like, he was the original Red Ranger and stuff. He brings in tons of fans. His fans are still loyal to him today. Even one person said if he goes to jail, he's willing to take his place in the jail so he could be free. That's just stupid. But that's the kind of popularity this man has and everything, whereas Samuel does not. Even though Samuel still acts and everything, and Austin does not. But Austin's fan base is massive, whereas Samuel is not as big as you would think. And so I think it's mostly a popularity thing and not like a race car type of thing. And, but you'll have to ask the person who runs Power Morphicon. Scott Ziller. Now, I don't know who this man is. I don't know the first thing about him. I don't know his personality. So I'm not going to make no kind of assumptions about him. But from what I read in 2022, he runs Power Morphicon. So only he can explain why Samuel is banned and why Austin is not. Like I said before, if there is actual video footage on the outside of the building that shows Samuel taking the banner, putting it in his car, and driving off, then that would totally explain something. And whoever has that footage needs to come out with it and everything. And so we can put this whole banner thing to rest. However, like I said before, it's been 16 years. He's done his time and everything. He should be welcomed back. Keep an eye on him, but welcome him back. Austin, on the other hand, this dude definitely needs to be banned from all conventions. Seriously. Like, he is a literal criminal now. Like, that's what he is. Like, he is a criminal. And, there are so many rumors that surround him, is not even funny. And it's just kind of odd that one person is banned for something that is minor, but the other person who has literally stole money and literally wanted to quote Hitler so he can make money off of shirts because he think he has one-liners, is welcome with open arms. So, like I said, you would have to ask Scott about that.
Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.